Recently, I had the opportunity to talk to Kris Kiersarsky from Norwegian Cruise Line. We talked about the upcoming Prima Class ships, personalized offer, entertainment, and a new solo cabins. So if you're a fan of NCL, you're going to want to check this video out. Hi, I'm Angela from Grab Your Bags Travel. I've been cruising for over 20 years and it has truly become my happy place. I created this channel so that I can connect and share with fellow cruisers like you. So in this video, I wanted to give you NCL information right from an NCL representative. So thanks, Kris, for joining us. I appreciate it very much.
Oh, thank you, Angela. I appreciate being here.
When we recorded this video, it was before NCL announced its new Prima Plus class ship, Aqua. So you will see how Kris kind of tiptoed his way around the new name. But we did talk about Viva and her upcoming itineraries out of San Juan, plus what we can expect from the new Prima Class ships.
So Viva will be making her way from Europe, and then she will home port actually in San Juan, Puerto Rico, doing 7 nights out of there. So we're super excited about that. Something different, it's a brand new ship in San Juan, Puerto Rico, and it's a beautiful itinerary. Tortola, Antigua. So if you want to go to 365 beaches that Antigua offers, you can totally do that. Barbados, St. Lucia, you can see the Pitons. St. Martin, you can go to the French side, Dutch side, wherever it may be. St. Thomas, they have some really great shopping there, and back to San Juan. So there's no sea days. And that's, the direction that our brand is going. We're going to longer itineraries. And when you look at our competitors and where we are, we have less sea days, and we curate our itineraries where you have longer ports to call. So there's more time to spend in all the different places that you go to. So we're super excited about that.
Can you give us a little sneak peek about Prima number 3?
Sort of, kind of. So
is it true that it's going to be called Aqua? Are you allowed to say that at all, or is that just rumors?
I can't say what the name is. I don't even know. Prima Class. There's going to be 6 ships in total. So right now we already have Prima, we have Viva, then there's going to be 4 more ships coming out. And they're going to be coming out each year. So we're super excited about that. And, when you think about our Breakaway class and Breakaway Plus class ships, it's going to be very similar. You compare Breakaway, which was the first in the Breakaway class, and then to Encore, which is our newest ship in the Breakaway Plus class ships. Same kind of bones, but totally different ships, totally different vibes, totally different artwork, and when you compare apples to apples, both beautiful ships, both great, but I can see the evolution of the ship as it's gone throughout the year. So, for example, in the with the Encore, she's in Alaska, right? And she's perfect for Alaska because, say, you see a whale breach, it's right there. Where on the Breakaway, it might not be the most ideal because it does have the observation lounge. And say there is a whale, but now it's tucked underneath that lifeboat and you can't see it. So it definitely makes for a different experience. And that's what we expect with the Prima class, is that it's just going to evolve over time to make it the best that it can possibly be. At the end of the day, the Prima class is all about more space for the guests, more service for the guests, because it's a guest-focused type of ship. And that's what we have been focusing on, at least with Prima and Viva, and more to come on Prima 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Kris also talked about the top markets for NCL, as well as Pride of America, who is very unique to the cruise industry.
Our most popular itineraries, actually, the top 3 is Europe, Alaska, and actually back to the Caribbean, right? And I would say number 4, Hawaii, because we had the Pride of America in Hawaii doing 7 nights, round trip Honolulu. We are going back to Maui. We did announce that back in August. Again, 4 different islands, 5 different ports: Oahu, Maui, Hilo, Kona, Kauai. You have 2 overnights, both in Oahu and also Kauai, or not Oahu, Maui and Kauai. So definitely want to make sure that if you are interested in that, take a shot at it. It's a beautiful itinerary.
Pride of America and NCL is the only ship that is allowed to do a pure U.S. only port.
Correct. Yeah.
Right?
So
because of the rules.
Yeah, Private America is a U.S. Registered ship, which allows us to do round trip Honolulu or a round trip U.S. Ship without going to a foreign port. So that's what stands out for us is that we can do 7 nights there compared to some others where it'll take 4 days to get there. You only see a couple islands,
Right.
4 days to get back to the U.S. mainland, and then you got to stop at a foreign port to fulfill the Jones Act. So
Yeah.
that's definitely a competitive advantage for us. Go over to 400 different destinations around the world. We're a global brand, so
Yeah.
it's just a matter of where you want to go. We'll take you there.
NCL recently announced the elimination of some of their Broadway-style shows while also announcing that they'll be having Wheel of Fortune fleet-wide. So I asked Kris if he could talk more about the future of entertainment on NCL.
When I was on Prima, I thought the Price is Right show was just phenomenal. Now, your
So
competitors, and even you in the past, have had game shows that we're all used to seeing on TV. But I just felt like the Price is Right took it up a notch. You know,
sure,
the whole production of it on Prima took it up a notch. And I believe Press Your Luck, right, is going on Viva. And you announced that you'll be having Wheel of Fortune
yeah.
for the rest of the fleet. Will they have any plans? Can you share if they know of any plans for future shows, game shows, or maybe more for production shows? Because we've seen like some of the Broadway shows that you've had once the run was over, they're not replacing it
Sure.
or continue with it, right? So are we going to be seeing just more interactive shows with guests rather than just production shows, or are we just going to see more original productions in the future?
Gotcha. Really great question. And to be honest with you, I also participated in the Price is Right. I wasn't on Price is Right, but on Prima, and it was so much fun. Like you get the name badge at the beginning,
Yeah,
right? And then you sit down, and then all of a sudden you feel like you're in a studio. You just get the nostalgia of like I'm home and now the Price is Right is on and now I'm actually in the show. So when they say come on down, um, like
yeah,
like you're waiting for your name, and then also the people that actually get called down, they're like, and it's just like
yeah,
it's the same thing as being on the actual show itself.
right.
We had some really cool prizes and fun games like Plinko. I mean, that's everyone's favorite. We have the
Mhm.
Showcase Showdown where you can actually win a car. So I mean, we don't just give away cars, but you have a chance to win a car, just like the show. So there's opportunity for that. We have Beetlejuice on Viva, which is a lot of fun. I know you mentioned, I haven't seen it personally. I will see it in November, but from what I've heard, it's a really fantastic production. And then, of course, Wheel of Fortune. I was on The Escape back in September, and that's where it was first launched, Wheel of Fortune. So it's this new interactive game where not only the people on stage are spinning the wheel, but you can get on your phone and participate as well. And there's actually a leaderboard, and it keeps track of everyone. It's definitely a lot of fun. It's just there's no actual wheel, but it still spins on the screen there. But it is very engaging, and it's a lot of fun as well. So that'll be rolling out eventually to fleet wide.
My husband's a big Wheel of Fortune fan, so I'm sure my husband will love to be able to chance to play that.
But in terms of the future of our entertainment, it consistently continues to evolve. I can't say much. I did just come back from our sales meeting not too long ago, and I got a glimpse of what to expect with our entertainment, and it's a bright future. So just keep an eye on what's to come, what we have. I mean, we still have some of my favorite show personally is Choir Man. I mean,
Yes.
on Escape, I watched it the first show, the second show on the first night, and the last night, first show, second show. I love it that much. I because every time they do the show, you expect the same things, but then they'll tweak, like the performers will just tweak something like a little different, whether it be how they sing it, how they do things, and it just makes for a really fun show. And by the way, they serve beer at the show, so
Yeah.
for, you can literally get on stage and grab a beer for choir man. But we have $1 Million
Yep.
Quartet, we have Footloose, we have Elements, we have Jersey Boys, Burn the Floor. But there's much, 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 much more to come. Can't say anything, but just be on the lookout for that.
So tell me in the comments how you feel about all these entertainment changes. And did you know that NCL sends out personalized offers? Listen to what Kris has to say on what they are and how you can see if you qualify for one.
Yeah. First off, if this is your first time ever coming on board with us, once you get back, we'll send you a 10% discount. That's something fairly new for us, but it's been working. Of course, the guest is already happy, and then now they want to come back, and of course they want to take advantage of that. So we've been saying 10% discounts and more personalized offer. Also, depending on where you are with our Latitudes program, if you haven't checked it out, we do have a Latitudes program for our most loyal guests, and there's different tiers that you can achieve. So sometimes we have some Latitudes offers, whether it be through email or direct mail, or if you just log on to ncl.com, something as simple as that, then we can send those personalized offers to you. Not only that, sometimes we'll have some, say, extra point deals for Latitudes members. The best example I can give to this is actually my personal. My wife and I, we went on the Sky. It was just a 3-night cruise, just a little getaway. We had the little girl, and we haven't had a chance to just have time for ourselves. So we went on a 3-night cruise on the Sky, going to it was Key West and Nassau, Bahamas, and we had a triple up offer, which means that for each night that you sail with us, you get a point. Okay, so for 3 nights, you get 3 points, but with the triple up offer, we actually got 9 points, and actually it brought us to the next tier in our Latitude status. So something as simple as that, getting to that next tier by having those different offers, you got to be out on the lookout for that, and you can always contact Angela for that. But of course, we have those offers available for our guests and our most loyal guests. So if you have anything, or want to know if you have anything, definitely contact Angela, and she can put you in the right direction for sure.
As Kris said, I'll be more than happy to help you find out if you qualify for a personalized offer. So leave me a message and I'll be happy to try to help you as best as I can. NCL also has change in their cabin categories.
You're taking away the spa cabins, which I know some people may not be so thrilled about. But you're also going to be adding, and it seems like quite a bit, right, of solo cabins.
Yeah, 1,000.
For your fleet, and not just for interior solo cabins, right? You can now get a solo rate and a solo cabin and balcony. Can you elaborate more on these two changes?
Yeah, absolutely. Regarding the spa, yes, we did go away from the spa category. At the end of the day, the thermal suite is still there. The spa is still there, so you can still book the thermal suite, book the spa, whatever you want to do. It's still there, right? But what we found is that there's a lot of solo guests out there, right? I mean, shoot, I travel solo all the time. Even before I had a wife, no, we're adding 1,000 dedicated solo staterooms across our diverse 19-ship fleet. So this will be starting in the beginning of January. So basically, just to take you back, we were the first cruise line to have a solo cabin dedicated for solo guests. So that's called our studios. Now it's only 100 square feet. Okay, so not big, but it's perfect for the solo guests. I actually got to stay on on Prima, and I'm a pretty big guy, and it was, for what it was perfect. but it was only an inside cabin. Okay. And it was located in the studio lounge, which I'll get to a little bit later on. So what we're doing is we're taking existing staterooms, whether it be inside, ocean view, balcony, okay, and we're making it just for solo guests. And those solo travelers can expect to pay less than a traditional double occupancy room. Okay, that's one of the toughest parts about being a solo guest is you're always going to be paying 200% for two people,
Yeah.
right? So we're taking the feedback from our guests, and we're trying to strive to provide our guests with diverse offerings to create their dream vacation, right? So we continually listen, and this is what we came up with, right? What's great about these solo cabins, not only is it priced for a solo guest, they still have access to the studio lounge, which is just a lounge where single travelers can mix and mingle. There's a big screen TV. There's a wine dispenser. They have this, if you like coffee or espressos or anything, they have this full espresso machine in there, which is really cool. And it's just a place where you can meet other solo guests, and there's a variety of snacks. It's really, really great.
I could tell you, I have several clients who recently have done solo cabins, and they said, first of all, the best coffee on board was in the studio lounge.
For sure.
And they just love the studio lounge. It is really a great space. I mean, I didn't get to stay in one, but I toured it on several different ships. And it's a beautiful space. It is just a really nice space to chill back, to mingle, like you said, to eat. You have all the amenities of eating and drinking for snack that you could want. It's really...
I kind of think of it, we have our Haven, which is, for those who don't know the Haven, it's a private space for our guests who want the most well-appointed, spacious accommodations. This is our luxury area on board our ship. So it's only for Haven guests. So they have their own private butler, private concierge, private restaurant, private pool, private everything, right? And they have their own private key card to get into that space. Now the solos, they have their own private space. And every time I talk with solo travelers, they rave about the studio lounge and just the accommodations. It's something simple, but now this expands your horizons where, say, I don't want an inside room and I don't want to be paying 200%. So now I can get a balcony, or I can get a view in an ocean view, right? And have a bigger room, bigger space. And then now I have the views, and now I'm not paying as much. So we're super excited about that. And I think it's definitely going to be, it's going to be great. I mean, like I said, I travel solo myself, and I like my space, right? Granted, the studio is great, but I want to look out my balcony when I'm in Alaska. I want to go to Europe and get to see all the beautiful sights and sceneries and wherever it may be. So
we're talking about people who travel alone, which is a growing market. But also what I find a lot is the multi-generational families who are all traveling together, and there's always maybe grandma, or maybe it's an aunt, or maybe a cousin who, wants to travel with the family, but is by themselves, or is that third kid, so something like that. So these solo cabins are just an opening door, for their opportunity, like you said, not to have to spend 200% on the cabin when it's just that, inside. So
absolutely.
I think it's a great change.
So what do you think of all these changes? Tell me in the comments if you're excited about these new solo cabins.
Thank you so very much for doing this with us and talking to us and sharing more about NCL and sharing more about NCL out of New York City. It's truly appreciative, and I do hope you can join me again for future ones.
No, absolutely. I would love to. Thank you for having me on, and I appreciate your hospitality. And until the next one, hopefully I'll have a different ship behind me.
If you're sailing on NCL Prima, then be sure to check out my video that gives you 5 tips on what you need to know before you sail her. If you liked this video, if you found it valuable, and I hope you did, please hit the like and subscribe button. I was truly appreciative. And if you have any questions for Kris, be sure to put them also in the comment or send me a message, and I'll try to have them answered for you. Thank you again for watching, everyone. And as always, happy cruising.